Hello everyone, Rurikhan here once again bringing you guys some more Diablo 3 content. Today we're going to be heading, which quest are we on? I remember that we killed Magda in the last episode, so right now we are going for a royal audience in Act 2, just in case you guys are curious. In case you guys are wondering how I'm doing in softcore, I currently have a level 48 barbarian. You'll see a long playtime here because, again, I go back a lot to help out my friends and whatnot. So basically I've played through with a wizard. Now I'm playing through with a barbarian. He's actually in nightmare mode, and the barbarian's a lot of fun, but I'm also noticing that the game is not very friendly to melee classes, which is quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate for my barbarian getting his ass kicked left, right, and center in nightmare. Me and my friends, but we'll talk some more about that as we proceed onward with today's episode.
It's not important.
Let us seek honor together, my friend.
Let's not, because actually today I don't feel like playing with you. I want to play with the Enchantress, because she's a lot more sexy than you, let's face it. And I'm going to give her this ring for 10 intelligence. And this for +5 life after each kill. Also, I crafted a couple of items last time off camera. I crafted this helmet over here. Gives me 22 dexterity. These were the shoulders I was using before. I also crafted these particular shoulders. It gave me 20 vitality. And I crafted another one, which gives me 20 dexterity. I'm going to stick to the dexterity ones for now. I don't think I really crafted anything else, so all the rest is pretty much basic stuff that I've either picked up or collected, whatever. Let's see, so I want to hire the Enchantress now.
Let us fight this evil
Today
together.
we're going to be taking the Enchantress out, check out how she is doing. So we have a couple, we don't really have this slot for this guy yet. I suppose we don't have it for this one either. Okay, because I have 2 items over here that I want to give these guys. I'm going to put these in the stash over here. And I'm sorry, a lot of people complain about how I click a little bit too much, probably more than they'd care to listen to. Problem is I like clicking a lot. I prefer it over. I know that I can click with once and then just keep moving my character. But somehow I feel that I'm more in control of my character if I'm constantly clicking. Maybe it's a League of Legends thing, but I'm pretty sure I already did it back in Diablo 2. So I mean, I don't know. I like clicking more than just clicking once to move. So I'm sorry if that bothers you, but I don't know. I don't think I'll play as good if I don't do it. So I'm really, really sorry. Anyways, let's go over here to stash and save some more stuff. Okay, we're looking pretty solid. Let's see what the next portion of the quest is about.
Before I killed her, Magda told me that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah.
But at the Qasim outpost, the guards revealed themselves to be serpent demons of Belial.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her.
So let's have a word with Ashira and see how that turns out, shall we? Oh, Ashira. Ashira, where are you, sweetheart? Ooh, like I said, always pick up these packs.
Attention, subjects of Emperor Hakan II. A trespasser has been sighted in the city sewers. Witnesses describe the suspect as a young woman in a crimson tunic. Reports indicate that she arrived in Chaldeum recently, along with a party of suspicious travelers. Any information leading to her immediate capture will be handsomely rewarded by His Eminence.
Ah, no fair arresting Leah.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass.
Goddamn right, let me pass. Let me pass before I break your face. My kung fu. Ah, then Ashira.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
Yes, please.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
Lies. Alcarnis was the dark work of Magda and her coven, servants of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
Is that a fact? Oh, bring it on! Oh, looks like Leah had a little something to say. Oh, get owned by the seven-sided strike.
We must go before more guards arrive.
Okay, if we must go, we must go.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
I'm sure you will, but right now I'm too busy being awesome. So yeah, I'm currently actually dual wielding instead of using a Diablo. I would rather have a Diablo, but I don't have a powerful enough Diablo, so to speak, so I chose dual wielding instead. I have some pretty decent weapons that I've picked up, so it's like whatever. Get out of my face. Don't make me explode you into a million itty-bitty pieces. I'm gonna explode you so bad, your kids are gonna come out without arms. That's right. That's right.
Demons are blocking our way.
Are they?
Destroy their summoning construct.
I'll destroy that crap. Destroy the crap out of it right now.
I must wait to use the ability.
Oh, did your buddy just explode there? Sorry about that. Not really, but it's always nice to say it. I have no idea what that monster was doing. Was he actually bashing on his own little construct thing? Get out of my face, please. Seriously, you're pathetic. Was there another construct? Oh no, I'm supposed to go this way. Oh yeah, and I forgot to put skills onto the Enchantress. Just make an explosion.
He is an angel no longer. He has forsaken heaven.
You have been blessed by many.
Have I been blessed by many? Remains to be seen. Oh, nasty explosion.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here.
I agree. So let's find it.
My path becomes clearer.
My path becomes clearer as I explode monsters into a million itty-bitty pieces. See you guys later. Sweet, we now have Mantra of Evasion. Oh, and we finally get our skill. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And actually switch this with a mantra. Where is the mantra? Increase you and your allies' chance to dodge attacks. How long does it last? For 3 minutes. Okay, I like that. I'll take that. And here we put the healing spell. There it is. With Circle of Scorn. It's just because I have certain key bindings on my mouse and this is going to help a little bit. Hopefully. Otherwise I'm just going to screw it up pretty badly, like I usually tend to do. So let's see. Blinding Flash. Blinded and Confuse. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Kill each other while you're blinded. I'll take that.
This leads to the sewers.
God damn it, I hate it when that happens. Especially because you can't actually go back, but it doesn't really matter.
Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
We will find her and we will break them. So who wants some of this monk action?
Don't worry about me.
Ooh,
So he's telling the truth.
poor little imps.
Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew it.
Tread carefully, Leia. There may have been reasons why your mother hid that battle.
Massacre, 12 monsters killed. I just did an 144 earlier with my barbarian. So something that I noticed about Diablo 3 as I've been going through oh, actually there's a new lore piece.
The accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago. The infected watched in terror as their flesh blackened and died. The strongest medicines could not stop the decay. Eventually, they fell into a dormant state, and their bodies were piled up in dark and forgotten places where they could rest undisturbed.
Like I was saying, as I've been going through Nightmare, I've reached a couple of conclusions with Diablo 3, and something that I feared was going to happen kind of feels as if it has already happened, even though, I mean, what I feared would happen. Wait a second.
Servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit, but the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Is this any good? No, it's pretty worthless. How about this? 19.2, except it gives a whole bunch of life leech, whereas this one gives 30 dexterity. Forget about it. But what I wanted to say is that if you guys notice, I mean, for those of you who have been playing through Nightmare in Hell, maybe it's just me, maybe it's only happened with me and my friends, but if you guys notice, it seems that like the loot that drops, at least in Nightmare mode, it seems that it's still, there's a possibility that...
Adria should be up here.
Damn it, they won't let me finish. Fine, I'll do it after this event.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone. We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the primeval. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Leave her alone, you big bullies. No, not really, because I'm gonna bust your faces wide open. Jesus, looks like your minion kind of exploded there for a second. I'm sorry for you, dude. It looks like you exploded as well. Too bad.
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
Now is not the time for talk.
Wow. Let me just check over here, see if there's any items. Like I was saying, what it seemed to me in Nightmare mode is that the items that you get, the item generator, still generates items with stats from normal mode. Now I'm not sure because it's been a long time since Diablo 2, but I believe in Diablo 2 that didn't happen, or at least it didn't happen as often, because I've kind of lost count of how much useless, and I mean utterly useless, not just useless for us, useless for any single class in the game, loot we've picked up. It's just completely and utterly useless crap 80% of the time. Like, useless for any class. Like, no class would ever use that. Ever. And I've picked up 2 legendary items, and they're just useless. They're crap. Whoa, this is actually pretty good, this focus over here. But, and I don't understand what's the design choice behind that. Why would Blizzard just want people to pick up, or at least I didn't understand. Why would Blizzard want people to just pick up useless loot all the time? So I was thinking about that, and I was like, wait a minute. So Diablo 3 has something Diablo 2 didn't have, which is an auction house. So let's say a particular player would only pick up crap loot for a substantial amount of time. What would that player end up doing? That player would end up being driven into the auction house. Because, I mean, come on, if you're not getting any loot, you basically become stuck in the game, which either will lead you to making a new character, or to go back and do content which you've already did with your character, in order to try and get items that you need to continue to progress. Now, this put me thinking, so what if Blizzard would engineer the item generator to basically lead players onto going into the auction house? I mean, we already know that Blizzard makes 15% of the auction house money, right? So if you were to go to the auction house and, you know, do more trades there, they would make more money, which would basically be a win-win situation for Blizzard. Think about that for a minute.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself. The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was in Renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dahlgur Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
We rescued Leah's mother, the witch Adria. She told us of the Black Soul Stone, an artifact that could destroy the last Lords of Hell. I will find it, and God's willing, we will use it in our fight.
Dun 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 dun.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Herodrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
It's disgusting. I've seen that man going in and out of the sewers.
You never can tell with those types.
Yeah, whatever. If you chicks had to do what I have to do.
I think we may have a visitor up ahead.
Oh, that's nice. She predicts the future.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the Oasis. I can open this gate for you.
Thank you very much. I'm not really going to go into character dialogues, but there's a lot of background story that you can actually get out of these characters. All of those who have a star on top of their head, you can get a lot of information out of, including your hirelings and Adria and all these other characters. It's just, I don't really think that I should be doing that in my videos, because I mean otherwise it would be pretty boring videos of just me showing you guys dialogue of stuff, so let's move on. But now that you guys have thought about it for a little while, about the whole auction house system, tell me, would that not make sense from a business perspective? Which, I mean, come on, let's all be honest. I'm not here to say that Diablo is a bad game. Not by any speck of imagination. It was actually a great game. I was positively surprised because I was expecting it to be terrible and ridiculously easy, and it's actually the other way around. Once you get past normal, because normal is pretty easy, okay? Normal is pretty simple. There's a little bit of challenges here and there, but it's pretty easy for the most part, which is why I don't really think that I will die in normal mode. We will see about that, because I might.
Something the prophet said about you.
What was that?
Ooh.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, she's crazy. But like I was saying, the difficulty really ramps up in Nightmare, but like I said, I don't really believe that I will die in normal mode. It is a possibility. It definitely is a possibility, because further up ahead you guys will see some really crazy stuff. Specifically in my favorite act of all, which is Act 3. Act 3 was definitely my favorite act, the first couple of quests, because it's a lot of fun. It's just demon bashing for like an hour or something, depending on how fast you go through it. But you really shouldn't hurry through that section, because it's one of the most fun sections of the game, in my opinion. Oh, looks like the Enchantress died. Silly Enchantress. Oh, a teleporter boss, huh? Let's teleport this! Exploding palm all over your face! Morning Star of Wounding. Is this any good? No, 18 damage. It's useless. But yeah, in Nightmare, however, the difficulty does actually ramp up, and I have died quite a few times on my Barbarian in Nightmare, so I predict that I might die with my Monk in Nightmare. I mean, I might also die in Normal. I'm just saying that I think that if I play it carefully, I should be able to do Normal. It's not really ridiculously hard. I mean, I killed Diablo on Normal with my melee wizard, so...
The electric eels are insidious pests that have taken root in the oases surrounding Chaldea. Known for their stinging strikes, these creatures are particularly dangerous when they attack in large numbers. It is said that raw eel has become a delicacy among Chaldean's elite, but I assure you these rumors are baseless.
Oh, so you guys like eel, huh? Okay, sounds fair. So, the other thing that also happened to me is that I've been playing pretty much whenever I do play. I usually play with 2 or 3 friends, and another trend I've noticed, and again, this could be just my experience, it doesn't really have to mean anything. But,
It is so beautiful.
Is it now? But in my experience, what seemed to have happened is, when we're crafting items, for instance, or when we're picking up items, obviously everyone knows that when you pick up a rare item, whatever, the random generator kicks in. The item generator which generates random items. And what I've seemed to notice is that my Barbarian seems to be picking up an awful lot of items with intelligence. And dexterity as well, actually. If I just remind myself that I actually picked up a dagger with 100 and something dexterity. But he seems to pick up a lot of stuff with dexterity and intelligence. And you look at a Barbarian and you're like, well, those aren't really the optimal stats that you want. So,
has been watching you since you arrived.
Has he?
There are traces of his magic everywhere.
I think you're insane.
It is easy to focus on the dangerous foes one may encounter on the ground, but the Bloodhawks rule the skies with terrible ferocity. These crimson-winged birds will wait until their prey is at a disadvantage, then swoop down to attack. Watch for their shadows on the nearby terrain, and be prepared to flee quickly.
They're not very intelligent then. But like I was saying, oh damn it, just lore and more and more.
Centuries ago, a much smaller Chaldeum depended upon small wells for its water. Then came the mysterious Dahlgur, offering Chaldeum an oasis of unparalleled splendor, located in an area previously thought to be desert, asking only that his name be permanently affixed to the land. Then he vanished into the wastes.
Did he?
I don't have enough spirit.
So make more spirit. Why do I care?
I learned much from that.
I learned much from that, did you know? From us mindlessly slaughtering a couple of random beasties. Okay. But yeah, so my Barbarian was picking up all kinds of intelligence and dexterity items, which are pretty much useless for the Barbarian, whereas my friends seem to be picking up mostly strength items, and my friends were playing a wizard and a demon hunter. So it's like again, it's engineered so that, I mean, it is possible that I'm completely wrong and that I'm just being completely conspiracy theorist here, but I mean, we all know of Blizzard practices with sparkle ponies and all that crazy stuff, that they just seem that they want to make a buck at every possible corner. I mean, I don't think I'm alone when I feel this way. So if we look at it from this perspective, I mean, I can't really say for sure, and I'm not claiming this is true. I'm not claiming that, oh, Blizzard is...
Please, someone
what?
help! I'm being robbed!
Quiet, or I will rip your tongue from your mouth.
That's very kind of you.
You fool! You think you can save this man? You have sealed your fate.
Such insolence must be punished.
Not enough spirit.
Oh, such insolence must be punished. Come at me, dudes, come at me.
The enemy has destroyed Arcanus and most of the cultists. The Master commands us to capture more slaves immediately. Go to the Oasis and abduct villagers. Kill any who resist. That way we shall both gain allies and destroy enemies.
Thank you, thank you. Those vile creatures were looting my goods. Now that you have saved me, I'd be happy to allow you the privilege of buying them instead.
Privilege?
You seem distant at times. Are you troubled?
It is not my intention. There is nowhere I would rather be.
Truly?
Truly. Everything depends on this. On you.
Okay. So, once again, I'm not saying that I'm 100% correct on my analysis. I'm not presenting it as fact or anything, so don't quote me and say, oh, Rurikhan says this and that and the other. No, it is not the case at all, but I definitely do feel that something fishy is going on, because I don't remember having such hard times in Diablo 2 getting items. Like, I mean, you could pretty much get enough items to keep your class going, or buy good enough items out of the vendor to replace stuff that you couldn't really get the item you wanted, and just keep your class going overall. Sure, it would be hard, but it wouldn't be what Nightmare has been for me and my friends, which has been ridiculous. Now, in a way, I love it because it's really hard, and I love the challenge. Whoa! The hell? You gotta be careful here. Don't want to end our adventure a little bit too soon, now do we?
Enemy we have laid low.
That was pretty close. Oh. Nah, dude. Where you going? No, just stick around, man. It's gonna be fine. Looks like I actually can't blind him, so whatever. Bong. Explode in the misery. And the misery and sadness of the mountain seas of hell. Sorry about that. Just that. Ooh, 24 DPS. Oh, let's see. Ah, damn it. It's just this 30 dexterity on this dagger. And why are daggers so good? There's so many good daggers in this game. I don't get it. I'll take these gloves. They have a little bit more of armor. Okay. But like I was saying, I'm not claiming that everything I said is true or not. It's just, again, from the sample set that we've experienced, it's pretty much been happening at a regular pace since Act 1 normal, because we've pretty much played together for all that time. And usually we end up giving each other the gear that we pick up. Like, I will usually pick up intelligence stuff, give it to our wizard, and so forth. The wizard will pick up strength stuff, give it to me. That's been a common theme and a common occurrence. And I mean, I have no interest in just saying these things just for the sake of bad-mouthing the game, because once again, like I'm telling you, I'm having a lot of fun in the game. I'm loving the game. It has actually been a lot of fun. I haven't had a lot of fun like this with a game in ages, and it's a Diablo title. It's just amazing all around. Lots of people are having the time of their lives. But again, everything seems to me as if it's as if the item generator is engineered to take you towards the marketplace. This is what seems to me. Like, for instance, just a quick example here. So last night I went to craft a sword, and whenever I do craft an item that doesn't have useless stats from normal difficulty, which happens quite often, a lot more often than I'd care to mention, when I happen to actually craft one that has decent stats will be intelligence. Like, I crafted a war sword, 98 intelligence on a war sword. And I'm like, what? Doesn't make any sense. And I know that wizards can equip war swords, and since everything is based around weapon damage, if the war sword is actually good, they can equip it. But I mean, you also kind of want to keep a theme. I mean, you don't want to have wizards running around with axes. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I think. I mean, sure, you should allow it, but you should also think about it like prioritizing stats for given items. Like you'd want to prioritize intelligence for wands and staffs and whatnot, and you'd want to prioritize strength for swords and axes, and also or dexterity. I mean, I think dexterity is acceptable as well because monks can also use that stuff. But I mean, then there's also the items like let's say a barbarian only swords, because those exist, and it's like, so what is the point in a barbarian only sword having intelligence, which has happened to me a whole bunch of times, and you're left wondering what's the point? I mean, come on, it's either really poor design on the item generator, or Blizzard specifically wants you to have trouble finding items so that you are drawn into the marketplace of the auction house to go and find items that you need in order to keep progressing without having to constantly repeat content. Now, repeating content in Diablo 3 is kind of a theme, because you're supposed to sometimes grind stuff for a little bit, go and kill a couple of bosses. I mean, ooh, Fizul, huh? Oh, he seems upset about some exploding palm all over your face, huh? Jesus, you scumbag. How about I blind you? There. There you go. Adventuring hide gloves of the bear.
Thank the Seraphim for that.
Fezul Al-Khazar promised that he would lead his followers from sinful Chaldeum to a lily-strewn paradise at the heart of the desert, and that the journey would transform them beyond all recognition. Judging by the condition of the gnawed corpses found weeks later, Fezul kept at least one of his promises.
Fezul, you nasty bastard. Get out of my face. So, yeah, I mean, those are the conclusions that I've been taking. If you guys have a different experience, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested in listening to people's feedback about this, simply because of my own experience, and I'm wondering if it's a common theme, if everyone's having this issue, or if it's just me, if me and my 3 friends are all just being unlucky at the same time, or what's going up with that. I mean, I'm not stuck by any means. I can keep on killing stuff. I'm just saying that I don't feel that I'm doing as much damage as I should. And this is coming from, remember, someone who has played Diablo 2 for several years. Now, in a way, like I said, it is an extremely positive thing that the game is ridiculously hard. I mean, it's not ridiculously hard, but it is getting harder in the harder difficulties, and that's good, because I was really expecting it to be a cakewalk, and it actually didn't turn out to be that way, and I was really happy with it. Like last night, I was having a lot of fun. We were struggling through Act 3 Nightmare or something, me and a whole bunch of friends. I think they were a little under leveled though, because I was level 46. They just joined my game and we started going at it. They were like 42 and stuff. But we were still having a lot of fun. We were progressing slowly but surely. And again, it's really good that the stuff is hard, but it's usually such a disappointment when we pick up new items that we're like, really? This is the item we're getting? It doesn't even really seem to make a whole lot of sense, the items we find and stuff, because the stats are just silly. Like, I actually have 2 legendary items, and they're both pretty useless. I have Gold Wrap and Fox Poles, or whatever they're called. They're both pretty useless items. I mean, they're good if you're a low level, but considering the drop rate on that shit, it's kind of silly.